Welcome back to Main Street Living. Well, guys, as the COVID vaccine rolls out, we know there are a lot of questions regarding safety and efficacy.
You got that right, Cheryl. COVID has definitely turned our lives upside down, and with the vaccines rolling out across the country, for some it feels like there's finally a light at the end of the tunnel. But for that all to manifest, millions of us need to get the shot. So, here with some insight on what to expect when it's your turn for the vaccine, we have Dr. Arielle Levitan, co-founder of Vous Vitamin. How you doing there, Arielle?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Nice to see you.
Likewise, likewise. Now, with the vaccines rolling out, what can we expect to experience when we get the vaccine?
So, obviously we have a fair amount of experience with this now, with several million people having received one or two doses. And what we're seeing is, for the most part, people are having mild side effects, if any. I would say the most common thing we see is a sore arm, perhaps some redness of the arm. And then sometimes people do have some generalized symptoms following the vaccines, feel a little tired, a little achy, sometimes chilled, sometimes a temperature, muscle aches. Very rarely are we seeing some allergic type reactions, but those are extremely rare.
Okay.
And then, so when we're talking about side effects, how long are they typically lasting?
So it really does range. I would say in the vast majority of people, it's a day to 2 days at most. One thing we are seeing on occasion, especially it seems like with the Moderna vaccine, is we're seeing some people have some redness around the site of the vaccine that actually can come out even up to a week later. So that's nothing to be alarmed about. But it does surprise people sometimes because they feel fine initially, and then this suddenly comes up, a week, even 10 days later. But that's okay. All of these things mean that your immune system is working, that you're getting a good, solid immune response to the vaccine, which is what we want. So the vast majority of the effects will go away within 48 hours.
Okay, so then what's the difference between the first dose and the second dose? Because that's what confuses me at times.
So, again, there's no hard and fast rules, but some people do find they have worse side effects after the second dose. And that's probably because their immune system is already sort of primed from the first dose. But there's no hard, fast rules. You can hear it the other way too. And there's definitely, none of these are reasons to not get the second dose. So even if you have side effects, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't get the second dose. If you do have an allergic type side effect, which would be something like hives, trouble breathing, anaphylaxis, which is a severe immune response. And again, these are very rare occurrences. You will know if you've had them. That's something you should talk to your physician about, managing how to get that second dose.
Oh, okay.
And what can people do to try to kind of prevent, or is there anything we can do to minimize the side effects?
Yeah. So, I think that what we think is doing all the things that we would normally recommend to keep yourself healthy. So, getting good rest, staying well hydrated. I think that you can't ever overemphasize the importance of hydration with both fluids and electrolytes, prior to the shot, during and after. And certainly people can take, if they need, over-the-counter medications after the shot, if they're having symptoms. We do not recommend pre-medicating with those things. Like, we do not recommend taking Tylenol beforehand, things like that. We only recommend taking it if you need it because of your symptoms. So,
that's, yeah.
And then, of course, continuing to practice the measures that we are recommending for everybody after you receive the shot, especially the first dose, because, you don't get immediate protection from it. You still need to continue, wearing your PPE, social distancing, et cetera. It's very important to continue to do that. The full immune response does not occur until at least probably 2 weeks after your second dose. Gotcha. And even then, we still need to be careful, obviously.
Right. Still need to mask up and socially distance. Well, thank you so much for coming on and clarifying a lot of things about what we can expect if you do get that COVID vaccine anytime soon.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. Good luck to everybody, and hopefully getting vaccinated as soon as possible.
You got it.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. All right, stick with us. Coming up, we got fun for boys and girls. Don't go anywhere.